What's up guys, Foch here, back with another Pokemon Draft League video. I'm going to start off with a little team breakdown and matchup analysis here for you. So if you would like to skip right ahead to the battle, there will be a timestamp in the description for you to do so. This is the 4th season of the Ocean Battle League, and this time we are doing a hybrid almost any ability draft league style, where of a coach's 10 Pokemon total that they drafted, they are allowed to designate anywhere from 2 to 5 of them to be considered ability captains. These ability captains are Pokemon that have had their abilities modified to something other than their normal abilities. You're allowed to pick up to 2 abilities. There were some limitations to this, however. Overpowered abilities such as Orichalcum Pulse, Huge Power, or the weather abilities were banned, so that coaches had to get a little bit more creative with what they drafted. On the screen here is what I cooked for this season. Starting off with Decidueye. I've always called Decidueye a fraud, but since AC Wano gave me a Decidueye plushie from Japan, I am now being held at gunpoint to first pick it and use it. So I gave it Grassy Surge and Adaptability this season. Hopefully it beats the fraud allegations. I'm very excited to use Talonflame with Magic Guard and No Guard though, since there is a lot of synergies here with its kit and its common weaknesses. Leaning into Guzzlord's massive 223 base HP stat with Regenerator and Unaware sounded like too much fun to pass up on for my 3rd pick. Diancie is my 4th ability captain, and it has a lot of helpful status moves to benefit from Prankster, and Sandspit can add a Sand mode to my team since Sandstream is banned. Finally, my last ability captain is Galvantula, and maybe it can finally pump out some serious damage with Beads of Ruin, and also reset any enemy weather with Primordial Sea. The rest of my team consists of Excadrill, Munkidori, Buzzwole, Vaporeon, and Miltank, all with their normal abilities. My Week 1 opponent for this league is Agent Frost. His ability captains are all highlighted in purple, and I will mention what modified abilities he has as they become relevant in the game. I'm especially scared of his Psy-Spam mode with Hoopa and Delphox, being able to break his Corviknight, low kicks his priority shenanigans, and his Mega Altaria setup sweeping. Here's the team that I am bringing this week. Starting off with Adaptability Choice Band Decidueye, since spamming ghost moves is free this week. He has no normal type and he's got a lot of ghost weaknesses. Second, I've got Magic Guard Life Orb Adamant Talonflame, and it outspeeds his whole team with the Adamant nature, barring a Choice Scarf, and does a lot of damage. Thirdly, I've got Assault Vest Regenerator Guzzlord to switch in on Delphox and Hoopa Psy-Spamming. Fourth, I've got Prankster set up Diancie as a means to stop Mega Altaria sweeping and clean up in the late game. Fifth, I've got a physically defensive Miltank with a Choppleberry and Thick Fat to help specifically against Glastrier, but also switch into Low Kicks and Ogerpon if necessary. Stealth Rocks also look really good into this matchup. Finally, my dedicated lead is a Focus Sash Galvantula with Beads of Ruin to start off the battle, gather some information, and hopefully put out some good offensive pressure onto Frost's team. That is my Week 1 team for Season 4 of the Ocean Battle League. If you enjoy the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe so you can stay tuned for weekly Almost Any Ability Draft League content. I've held you up long enough though, so let's get right into the battle. Alright, we are here for the Week 1 Almost Any Ability Draft game. OBL Season 4 versus Agent Frost. Just trying to get situated here. Okay, we see that he brings the Delphox, the Glastrier, Dragalge, Corviknight, Altaria, and Ogerpon. Okay. Good to know. So his ability captains here are Delphox, Glastrier, and Dragalge, and I brought all 5 of mine, actually. Okay, so no Low Kicks, no Hoopa. No Palosand, so that means, and no Claydol, so that means he can't get hazards up besides his Ogerpon. Okay. My original game plan was to lead with my Galvantula. Since it's Sash, I could get some information. I think I still want to do that. So I'm just going to stick to my plan. And he's Dragalge lead. He sees on Beads of Ruin. His possible abilities for this. I feel like this is one of the difficult things about this format, is that I need like a bunch of things open. Agent Frost. Trying to find his team. It says Dragalge can be Regenerator or Earth Eater. Which means, like, in terms of damage, I'm not too scared of him. And I feel like we'll see, like a flip turn come out here or something. So I'm just gonna Volt Switch, take a little bit of chip. I'm gonna go into Big Milkers. I'd ideally like to get my rocks up as soon as possible. Okay, that is gonna do a lot of damage. I should probably Milk Drink that off. And he is gonna flip. Okay, good to know. I should probably calc that damage. He can't be Adaptability, and he's not choice, so let me remove both of those. Draco Meteor. Looks like it's max special attack modest. So that's good to know. We'll get to see if he's regen in a second. Ogre Pawn. I am Chopple. I kind of want to get rocks up. I'm gonna click rocks. He's just gonna U-turn. Okay, that's fine. I think it's good for me. Rocks are really nice into his team, especially if I could get the Altaria to take Rock's chip before it Mega Evolves. That'll help me hit my calcs, and also Delphox and Glastrier are weak to it. So that's pretty sweet. Corviknight does come out here, so he might want to defog these right away. Part of me wants to Milk Drink, and then if he defogs them, I can just Stealth Rock again before going into Talonflame. That's fine. I'm gonna just Rocks again. See what he wants to do. Just gonna Rocks again. Oh, yeah. I never posted the live link. Oops. Alright, there's the live link. So U-turn. I don't know if I can get anything out of that, but U-turn does the 8% it's supposed to, so yeah, okay. Ogerpon comes back out. I mean, I could see Corv just coming in again. I could go Talonflame on this, maybe, but part of me wants to get a little bit more information first. No, I don't think he could really punish me that hard. I'm gonna go Talonflame. Yeah, this is fine. Now that makes his Corviknight switching a little harder to do. Posted the live link and 5 people join instantly. Okay. Dragalge comes in. And it is Regenerator. So that is confirmed. Can I start setting up to Antsy here? I feel like I could at least pivot through to Antsy. I don't hate doing that. I'm gonna go to Antsy here, probably on a flip turn, yeah. So I'm gonna take a little bit of damage. You'll see that I'm leftovers. Probably goes Corv. If I were to guess. I just want to pressure it, right? Like if he wants to defog here, then I'm gonna go back in on Talonflame. Nothing he does here really scares me. If he wants to Brave Bird, it doesn't kill. And then this Flare Blitz becomes quite a bit harder to deal with, I think. And then I could get more information about the Dragalge. It's max special attack. So I could probably almost even potentially Brave Bird first. Is that necessary though? Yeah, it could be. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna Brave Bird first. Yeah, and that's huge, right? Because now, like, what wants to switch into this? I think just Brave Birding again is better. If he goes back Corv, then I Flare Blitz the next turn, and then Dragalge's too low to take Flare Blitz plus Brave Bird. Yeah, this Talonflame's insane. The synergy with Magic Guard on this mon, like, it doesn't have to run boots and worry about rocks. It doesn't need to take recoil from 2 of its best stab moves. It can be a mon that, like, tank a poison for the team. It's just really sick. I have Life Orb on it to boost that damage. You know, it's subpar attack stats, and I don't need to take the chip from that either. And what's really nice about Frost Team is that his highest speed tier is 110 with that Overpawn, and I could run Adamant too. This Delphox is just dead, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's just dead. Okay, sweet. So we see the Psychic Surge. I gotta keep that in mind. I can't Shadow Sneak anything, but the Shadow Sneak was mostly for the Delphox itself or the Hoopa if it wasn't Psychic Surge, so I'm pretty sure that's the only priority move on my team right now. I'm wondering, yeah, no, that wouldn't make sense anyway. I was gonna say, I was wondering if he thought it was Gale Wings and forgot I was almost any ability, but I'm not full health anyway. Plus I'm not taking recoil, so I would think it's obvious. I feel like he's in a bit of a bind. Like, this Talonflame puts in so much work. Rocks aren't up anymore, which kind of sucks, but... And there's no commitment either, right? I could just switch this out and come back into something different. I feel like Altaria is his natural check. Alright, I wouldn't say check. It's probably his best bet into this at this point. I guess Corvi. I'm just Flare Blitzing this. I'm going to play super straightforward. He's going to Brave Bird. Roosting doesn't get me anything here unless he roosts too. I feel like that's just risky for no reason. I'm going to Brave Bird. Like, I could roost and let him kill himself with Brave Bird or see if he roosts up too, but not worth it. I don't want to risk a crit. Okay, so Glastrier comes out. Supreme Overlord is a thing. That's gonna hurt. This one's kind of scary. I could just take a bunch of damage on it right now. I feel like that's probably the play with the position I'm in. Depending on his investment, actually, this might just kill. So I'm gonna go for it. I don't think there's any reason not to at this point. Talonflame's just putting in the work. Okay, that's fine. Any stompings? Was he reading something? I wonder if he was reading the roost. Okay, that's huge. I just get to keep clicking then. I feel like the roost read is a little ballsy there. Now Alt comes in. I don't really want to let it set up. I mean, it's a free Brave Bird, right? I take it. I think at this point I just run my Talonflame to the ground. Yeah, cool. And we get the info that it's physical. So I want to say... Okay, it's physical. calc the Talonflame damage, see what I can revenge it with. Let's just see if it's this. So Brave Bird did 62, so it's got a little bit of bulk. Let's just see if that was absolute high roll. I just want to see if this Shadow Sneak from Decidueye can kill it. Because I feel like that might just win. Shadow Sneak should be guaranteed to kill. So I'm gonna go for that. Priority +1, it's Adaptability Choice Band. No more Psychic Terrain. If he goes Ogre Pawn, that should just get smoked in 2, so I think this is a really good pin. At this point, I think I just hit what's in front of me, play super straightforward, since I'm up so much. See what he wants to do. Will Decidueye prove that he is not a fraud? Or will he prove that he is a fraud? I guess she. It's a female Decidueye. I don't know if this is the best test to see if this mod's a fraud, though, because I'm modifying its ability. Okay, it does pick up a kill. Inaugural kill of the season for young Decidueye. Let's see what he does next. Ogre Pawn, if that comes in, I feel like I probably just go Miltank. Because I think at this point I can play for differential, right? Like if he's knockoff, like I don't think this Shadow Sneak's killing, right? Let me see. Actually, apparently knockoff doesn't kill me. Because we got the information earlier from Miltank's calc that it wasn't damage boosting item, right? What did it hit me with earlier? Ogre Pawn hit Miltank with U-turn. Oh no, it is damage boosting item. Okay, hold up. Alright, I got Miltank. U-turns again, it does 20. I don't know why I didn't pay attention to this earlier. That means it's banded, I'm pretty sure. I think I have the milk drink. And I'm gonna milk drink again. If he's low kick with choice band into Chopple, it's not doing anything. But I get that information, right? If he wants to lock himself into low kick, then I pretty sure I just win because I can go Decid after. I think I put rocks back up here. He's gonna spike. Okay, but he's locked into that, right? I'm just gonna seismic toss. I mean, he's not taking life orb, right? So he's gotta be choice band to do that damage with U-turn. Unless I'm missing something. He goes back Dragalge. But like, I don't think Dragalge, like I don't care, right? Unless he gets a crit. If he's Focus Blast, he hasn't revealed it yet. Okay, that does a lot of damage actually. I'm just trying to get max differential out of this, honestly. I feel like he's going to keep fishing for poisons. The fact that the Strigalgi is doing so much damage without adaptability is pretty crazy to me. Off of, like, honestly, well, special attack's 97. I guess that's better than I thought it was. Let me see how much this thing's doing to Diancie. Or Guzzlord. Okay, Diancie doesn't care too much. I'm gonna milk drink once. I'll see what he wants to do. He's just gonna keep spamming Sludge Bomb. Okay. Yeah, let me go Diancie. That is some good damage. I should outspeed unless he's got investment. And Power Gem's a 2-hit from here, so I'm just gonna click it. I'm not gonna get too fancy with my prankster boosting moves, I don't think. Okay, he's AV. I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. I'm just gonna keep power gemming, I think. Yeah, that's fine. But now he's locked in the cudgel, right? So I go to Sid. And Spirit Shackle should just smoke either of these things. Alternatively, I could U-turn. No, I don't think that's necessary. I'm just gonna Spirit Shackle. Okay, gets the crit. Doesn't kill though, so Ogerpon will go down Ivy to Spirit Shackle, and then I should outspeed this and kill it with Spirit Shackle as well. Alright, awesome. GG's to Frost. Pretty good game. A little bit tough to navigate that end game just to get the most out of it. But I'm really pumped to see that I think Talonflame and Decidueye both picked up 3 kills each. So really good debut for both of them. I knew Talonflame would go crazy here, and Decidueye I figured could as well. Hey, so far doesn't seem fraudulent, but we'll see. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next week, where we are going to be playing against Daredevil Mason, it looks like. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next week. Peace.